What's up, everyone? It's Shadow Ninja, and today we're going to be playing some Oxygen, Not Included. It's been a while since I've played, so we're just going to jump into a new game. I think it's been about 2 or 3 months since I've played, maybe longer than that, so I assume a good amount has changed, but I've logged so many hours in this game. So we're just going to do a standard game. Not going to change anything. I'm a little picky about my duplicates, so we'll see. There's a couple YouTubers that I've watched that play that get really into the mechanics of the game, and there's some stuff that I'm kind of interested in, but this is just going to be a casual game, you know, just playing for the fun of it. And I've got a few friends who want to see kind of what it's about and how to get into it, so we'll see how it goes. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and pick our duplicates. So biohazardous is not that big of a deal for me because of the way I play. I'll keep certain people inside and certain people will not. But let's see, I like to have a farmer and a rancher early on, but you can't always get the interests to be farming and ranching, but this guy can, so that's good enough. It just means he can't cook because he has gastrophobia. So we can go ahead and move this out, and the plus to the attribute plus is up here. I'm not really all that concerned about them either. I know they can make a big difference, but again, it's because of the way I play, it's not a big deal. I like to have their interests up. Makes it easier to keep them happy in the long run. But from what I understand, since the quality of life update, it's easier to do that anyway. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see, cook. No mouth breathers. No anemics. No slow learners. The traits are what I look for. Traits and interests. Alright, let's see. Flatulent, no thank you. Alright, you're squeamish. Simple tastes, that's a good one to have. So we'll use him, and we have our little researcher interest here. So let's see. Let's see. I like the randomness. Here we go. The Temporal Citadel. Let's do that. And off we go. Alright, so let's see. We've got a good source of water over here, so let's get on down to this way. Now, a lot of people will play at high speeds, and I understand why. It can be a tad bit boring watching at slower speeds, but we're gonna take it a little slow to start with. I have a tendency myself to start doing this and go too fast and end up missing out on things, and sometimes it's just better to take it slow. And because we want them to get the water first, we'll do that. Let's see. Priorities can be a real issue on here if you high prioritize everything, and it's just not it doesn't work very well. There's a good way to optimize your jobs and priorities after you do the jobs board and do the research, but until you get that, it's not good to just up the priority on everything. So because of the slime lung here, we're gonna just plop a bathroom kind of right here. Just one tall right now. Later on, that'll be an issue because they're gonna have to change it out. But for now, it's okay. And what I like to do is I like to do two doors tall bedrooms and bathrooms and stuff, because it promotes good airflow, and good airflow is certainly important. And the pneumatic doors, they take only, I'm not mistaken, it only takes 100, yeah, right there, 100 copper or 100 metal. And later on, if you get the airflow tiles, they actually take 100 metal for one block, while these are 2 blocks wide. So it's actually cheaper to do the doors. And we're gonna have gold right off the bat, so that's a pretty good start. And we'll just do another bathroom up here. Once we get more metal, that'll work out. Oops. That's a sink here. Wash basin, not a sink. Outhouse here. There we go. Oh, that's right. I will have to assign someone the dig the miner job before I can dig that stuff out. So that kind of ruins that plan. Well, that's no bueno. I'm gonna have to do it a different way now. Let's see, medicine. We'll just do it up here then, and we'll do a big bathroom instead, and run with that. And forgive me guys if I'm a little sniffly. I got some pretty bad allergies today. That, and it went from being 80 degrees at my house to being 30. So all in the matter of 2 days, it went from being warm to just abnormally cold. And it is February, so it's just not really all that great. So I can already see a slight mistake that I've made, but it's okay. We're just gonna go ahead and roll with what we got now. Oh, cancel that, these. But we need to get this bathroom done, and hopefully get a bedroom, get a bed for everyone. First cycle, I actually am gonna have them just work through the whole cycle, and their downtime and bath time will be in the afternoons or the mornings. So let's see. We'll give them that extra 3 break just to be nice, and get them some cots going. Just put them right down here. 1, 2. Dig this up. I'm not really all that concerned about digging up the oxalite. We're going to use it all anyway. So for those of you who don't know, oxygen not included actually does come with oxygen. These little oxalite things will put off oxygen until they disappear, which oxygen can be a big issue. Once you really get further into the game, it can be quite a big issue. But we're just going to kind of deal with what we got right now, and pretend that's better than what it is. So let's see. Get a couple storage bins right here just to keep things clean. And we don't have a farm yet, but once we get farm tiles, or farm plots. I'm actually going to use the light that comes off of this to grow the bristleberries because they're a better food quality. But we'll get into that. So I guess now's a good time. We can speed it up a little bit, get them going. They got their beds there. Just add some storage. Oh, I can't. Something under that. So yeah, we'll do this just so they have a bedroom. So they have a bedroom to sleep in. Get that morale bonus later on. Oh, the day's almost over. They don't have the bathroom built yet. Ah, okay, that's good enough. That works. It's not a terrible start. Oh, that's new. Create new building orders. Oh, cool. Cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Good to know. So, yeah, there are a lot of slime lung over here, which I think they added a cure for slime lung actually, and it's not as bad as it used to be, but it is still pretty devastating. All right, we're not gonna worry about that right now. We'll go ahead and work on getting a little bit of power going on. And get somewhere for them to get there. Where's it at? Oh, I can't do it yet. Need more metal. Gotcha. Oh, nobody put dirt in here. They didn't get to do that. That's okay. So I always high prioritize the bathrooms and stuff. The sinks and the bathrooms, because if you don't, they won't deliver dirt or anything to it. It becomes an issue. But as you can see, they're all going, no, I need to use the bathroom, because we didn't get a chance to let them go before, which is not ideal, but it'll work. It'll be okay. We'll have them wash their hands as they leave. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and move one of these guys so that they can wash their hands appropriately. So you'll have carbon dioxide build up like this, and that's kind of the point in the large ladder ways, is to let that carbon dioxide just kind of float down to the bottom here, because everyone knows we can't, we as humans and duplicants can't breathe carbon dioxide. It's not good for you. It'll kill you. But let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna pause it really quick because I want the research station up. And I also want more copper. So we'll go up there and dig that. And we'll actually see if they haven't already built that. We'll cancel that. Oh, they already did. That's okay. We'll end up moving stuff over later anyway. Let's see. Now, a little cheeky thing to do that I like to do is I like to look at the temperature overlay and see if I can't find any geysers or steam vents. And it doesn't look like we have any right off the bat. Another thing that you have to deal with that can become a problem later on is temperature. Temperature can be a really big issue. Let's see, go ahead and set this to all, except for, okay, we don't have polluted dirt yet, so go ahead and copy that. So when they have nothing to do, they'll have, they can clean all this up, make it prettier. And actually, I'll go ahead and find it. Where are the sweep orders? Liquid spills. Move debris into storage. I guess this is it. Sweep tool. Yeah. So we'll have them sweep all that up out of their bedroom so that when they wake up, they're nice and happy to start with. Now, I gotta say, the thing I like about oxygen here is that starting off it's usually pretty quiet, pretty simple, but in in 30 or 40 day time, you could not have any oxygen left. You would forget about it because your algae does run out pretty quick sometimes, and that's never good. Never good, because you need algae to make oxygen until you get to the I think it's called an oxygenator, if I remember correctly. But you have to have that to make oxygen, and it can become a big issue losing out on oxygen like that if you're not careful. Oh, that bathroom is not a bathroom anymore. Oh well, it's okay. They're fine. They're not stressed out. So the thing that I found about this game that I like a lot is that it's not necessarily realistic, but it's one of those games that it makes you think. Sometimes with the rocketry that they added in and the new plants and stuff, there's a lot of things that you can do. It's just a game that gets your brain turning, the gears in your brain turning, and you can get into some pretty interesting things. Like I said, cooling down stuff is something that really will become an issue, because food plants can only grow in certain temperatures, specific plants, and the more, I guess, difficult the jobs get for your people, the more morale the points they have. And if you're not feeding them good, or if they have a bad place to live, they're not going to be happy. They're not going to want to work to the standards that you have set for them. And stress duplicates are never a good thing. So we'll go ahead and do that, just like that. And good. No, they're cleaning their room. Go ahead and sweep that out of the way so it stops jumping. And clean room, just like that. Go ahead and put a tile there and there. So they have their bedroom and latrine. And keep in mind, there's a difference, because you have your latrine, which gives a +1 to morale, and then the bathroom, the actual washroom, is +2 to morale. It is a difference. Same thing with the mess hall and the great hall. There's a slight difference between the two. So we're gonna go ahead and research the jobs board, because I want my duplicates to get up in there in the jobs. And as of right now, you can see that Travaldo, I believe, is the one doing the research. Let's see, yes, Travaldo, and that might not be what we have. Like Travaldo might not like researching, but you can go back and see what their interests are in their bio. I believe it is. Yes, he enjoys farming and ranching, so he's not actually the person that we want doing the research in the long run. So we want him to have the higher priority of farming and ranching. And see, Frankie is farm, operate, and research, and Ruby is dig, supply, and operate. So with Frankie, we'll have him research, but we'll also have him operate, because someone needs to run the batteries when no one else is. And Ruby, you can be the operator and digger and the builder, since we don't actually have a builder. But now you can see they don't really have anything to do, so they're just kind of cleaning up. But I'm going to go ahead and make a kind of kitchen area above the bathroom up here. And when it comes to your kitchen, and I do this because it's better to be safe than sorry, is to have a wash basin for when they come in and out, because you never know what they're going to have on their hands if you're not careful with it. If you're not careful with your germs, and I tend to kind of be a little sloppy sometimes about germs. But if you're not careful, you'll get slime lung or food poisoning on your food, and eventually your duplicates are just going to get sick. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants a sick duplicate. Sorry again, guys. The snifflies are going to get to me. Alright, so we can kind of super fast forward through the night cycle. It's the only inactive cycle. But actually later on, if I happen to get like a night owl in here, I'll have him working throughout the night. They fixed it to where duplicates actually won't go to sleep until you schedule them to now. When I first introduced the schedule, it would not. It didn't matter if they were scheduled to stay awake at night or not; they would just go to sleep. But they've since fixed that, and kind of gives you an all-around schedule. You can have, say, a cook on the day shift and a cook on the night shift, and still be getting stuff done throughout the night cycle. But you don't really want to have people on the night shift if they're not night owls. At least I wouldn't want to be if I wasn't a night owl as is. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and actually use this room back here. Before I forget, go ahead and put that there. And we're gonna actually make room. See, later we're gonna need the grill and the egg cracker, so we'll just do that. And this will be the kitchen area and not the mess hall. So let's see. Go ahead and dig this out. I'm going to use this as a small storage room. I say small, but it's actually going to be relatively large. I'm not a big fan of having stuff on the ground. They introduced a automation thing called the sweeper, and again, we'll get into that later on. But I found that it's got a range, and it's not something that moves around as you go. But I personally would really like to see like a drone sweeper that has a traveling range in oxygen. But I think that would be a great idea, because you're not really going to have too much use for a stationary sweeper, but maybe one use. And that, well, I mean, while it can be convenient, it's not going to be something you use all the time. Just not really realistic. It's a good combo with the auto mining thing that they added into the game. But it's like I said, it's pretty situational. You can't really do too much with something like that. So let's go ahead and do that. Kind of dig out this area so that you can breathe. And another thing that you'll see an issue with is, maintaining power. And early on, I like to use as little coal as possible. I don't want to use the coal generator right off the bat. I like to use these manual generators, but that takes time away from your duplicates when they could be doing other things. And if they're not doing the things that you need, then you're not getting any progress. And you don't want to stop progress in this game. Let's see, if I do that, that won't be big enough for a bedroom until I get the job board, which I'm about to get. You know what? I'm actually gonna have to deconstruct that because we're about to get. So I've got the jobs board. We'll just kind of put that over here, just because I want to get into the advanced research and go ahead and high prioritize that. Get that done. The jobs board is kind of what you want, because the better, the more they progress in the jobs, the faster they'll get it done, the more efficiently they'll get it done. And once you get up into the exosuit operators, their speed increases so much. Let's see what we can do. We can also go ahead and put this water cooler up here and get our mess hall started. And I think I'll dig a little more this way in this main room. Again, this is all priority based. This can wait until a little later, until they get some of this stuff done. I'm kind of hoping to find a volcano, an iron volcano, or some kind of metal volcano. That'll really help in the long run. Unfortunately, that's something that gets really, really hot, and cooling it down can be a pain if you don't have a cold biome or a what do they call it? Nullifier. You pump hydrogen into it, makes the surrounding area colder. Alright, if you look at the oxygen overlay, there's a lot less oxygen here. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put a door right here. Or maybe right here. Because this can be used without, go ahead and get that built. Oh no, Ruby, you're gonna get stuck. Come on, Ruby, do those things, because you need that. Ruby, come on, my. Alright, he's got it. That works. So they'll actually use this as a floor. No big deal. This is okay. It doesn't actually have to be on a platform. It can be floating. We'll just see this flashing, not on the ground bin kind of symbol. It's a floating object, but it still works for storage. So I think today, in today's episode, I want to get the mess hall and stuff done and get all this storage done so that we have a nice clean place to put everything. And then maybe next episode we'll get into possibly get into farming and other stuff like that. Because this is one of those games where you can play and play and play and not realize how much time has really passed. So I'm going to try to set a goal for each episode as to come. Now, we might not always reach that goal, but we're gonna try, that's for sure. Let's see. And unless they changed it, I'm pretty sure she can use this as a floor. Let me double check that. Can you move here? Yeah, you can. Okay. As long as we know that. As long as we know that. So go ahead and we'll go ahead and get these done. Kind of up the priority on that. Make sure that these are up there. Get the mess hall done, storage done. Perhaps we should look into getting a chef. I'll let you're squeamish, but you can cook. Day's almost over, so we need to go ahead and build him his own little bedroom. Go ahead and put that. Oh, you know what? We got a digger, so we can do this now, right? Oh no, we didn't assign jobs. All right. I apologize. I should know that. All right, Ruby, dig. Researchers, Frankie. Go ahead and tell Travaldo to be the farmer. Mr. Ashcan there is our new chef. So everybody get to it. Get to it. Get your jobs going. Ah, I can't believe I forgot that. Ashcan, please do not touch the research station. You are the cook, my friend. You seem to like to tidy, so you can do that in your off time. Or you're good at tidying, more so. So let's go ahead and make sure that you have a bed, friend. Let's make a bedroom here. Maybe make an extra one for another duplicate later on. Bam, bam. Oh no, he's sleeping on the floor tonight. Yeah, go ahead and move up here where you can breathe. Oh no, he got a bed, okay. He just didn't get the bedroom bonus. As you can see, Ashcan is already stressed out. 4% stress. We've got a 1 out of 4 morale. That's okay. It'll go back down later on. It's not a big deal. But we'll go ahead and have him. Now, I don't really like to do this. Cook up some mush bars. Just something to tide them over for food. Not preferable, but it'll work. Now they can go use the bathroom, wash their hands, do as they need to do. Power ran out. It's okay. It's not a big deal. But once this is over, they'll be able to get to do what they need to do. Get to work. Chop chop. Get that good old power going. Of course, he's only going to be able to run so much because of the carbon dioxide buildup down here. I would like them to build this at least before I start closing everything in. I'm not going to be able to reach this yet, but that's okay. It's because of the way I build. And I like to get that airflow going. This is another one of those things that we could just put a door here. Get that airflow going. I don't want to use ladders because that'll make the room, well, not a room. Go ahead and tell them to do this too. Get this going right here. That way we don't lose any of my possible room bonus. That'll work. It'll get some airflow. It's only one block for it to flow, but it's okay. The only thing that really should be up here is oxygen. Alright, I got that done. We'll go ahead and finish this up. So priority 6. Just like that. I'm going to dig this out second. There we go. Are we done with that research? No, we're not. Go ahead and tell our researcher to... Oh, that's why he's constantly running down there. Alright, he's done. He's already made those 5 mush bars. It's a good start. As you can see their stress is not high anymore. They'll be alright. Just need to get these things built over here. That's the goal, is to get the storage room and the mess hall built. And then again, that might not go according to plan. We'll see. They don't have a recreational room to chill at, but I don't usually do that anyway. I usually just like to have the mess hall and be done. Let's see, we've moved over this way a little ways. Is there anything lurking over here? Volcano-wise, possibly. Doesn't look like it. Oh, that's a shame. Looks like we're gonna have a harder time finding volcanoes than expected, but that's okay. Not gonna get into a super big project with a volcano right now. Something good to find might actually be a infested oxygen vent or a polluted oxygen vent. A lot of slime lung to deal with, but it's one of those things that can be handled eventually. Anyway, gotta make plastic first. Get that germ sensor. But we'll see how it goes. Good. Fast forward through the night. I keep forgetting to do that. Get rid of these messages. Hopefully this will all go well. We'll see. We're almost done here. Go ahead and tell them to chop on this. Get it done. There he goes, Frankie running again. We'll just kind of fast forward through the end of this building process and then have a little overview of what we've done at the end of the episode. Oh, look at that. Got the research done for that. Pop this supercomputer right here. It's been a pretty good time since we started this. It's been about, I guess, 40 minutes now almost. So this is what I'm talking about. You get sucked into this game and there's no coming back from it. Tell them to start researching that. Yeah, see, that's he's going to the bathroom again because of those mush bars. They give them diarrhea, and that is not preferable. Just copy the settings to that. Now, a neat little trick that you can do with these storage containers is if you put them in a tall room like this, you can just simply stack them on top of each other, and the duplicates can reach them. But you have to do it the right way, and we'll get into that later. I like to make storage silos for that purpose. But yeah, like I said, we'll get into that later on once we get more automated stuff. But just now, starting off in the basics is can be kind of boring. So now all we have to do is wait for him to finish researching, get the get the table here. Won't be too long before that happens. But in the meantime, they'll start cleaning and digging, and she'll start digging up this area over here. We might get to see what's over here on the temperature scale. Now I gotta say, as far as oxygen goes, it's usually not that great of an idea to go that far over. And we're gonna cancel this bottom one. It's not like we need that. Let her dig out. Now, something that will be important later on is these hatches, because we'll eventually get into coal power, and there's a pretty good way to cheat the system as far as coal goes, and getting these hatches to breed at an infinite rate. But it's one of those things that can be very difficult. Now, actually, what I do need to do, especially now, is, because I see that has already started bubbling up. Got that, let's see, I believe it's in refinement. Oh, we haven't unlocked it yet, that's why. See that there's polluted oxygen being put into the air here. Yeah, polluted oxygen with germs, with food poisoning germs, because they empty the toilet, and I forgot about it. And this is what I'm talking about. Again, going fast, you kind of lose sight of stuff like that. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and dig this out. Dig out a little spot back here because I need to refine that stuff. Get it out of the way. And we'll have to wait for Frankie to finish doing his research, of course. But go ahead and put another wash basin here. I can't stress how important it is. To keep your stuff clean. Ah, there it is, compost bin. Get 2 of those in there. Let's see, and the planter box. We'll get into the farm next time. Don't need to do that right this moment. What we can do, though, is plop this algae terrarium down here. Kind of pull out some of that carbon dioxide. It does require water and algae, but it'll kind of reduce the carbon dioxide buildup. Not by much. They're not really that efficient. I typically don't use them, but just to kind of help out a little bit. Yeah, see, there you go. Making a little bit of oxygen at a time. Seems like everybody's doing their jobs. Get that applied. Got her over here digging away. Alright, let's see. It's cold. That's a vacuum, though. It'd be nice to find a cold biome right off the bat, instead of having to dig around for one. But we'll just work with what we've got. And let's see, check our algae. Not very much in the grand scheme of things. We'll have to dig around for some more here pretty soon. You know what? This is what I said I was going to do. Get that there. Deconstruct this ration box because we don't really need it. And then put some more of these down. You kind of see these bristleberry seeds laying around, and that's what we'll end up doing with those. What are you doing? It's priority 4. Alright, that's fine. Wow, look at that. We got 4 of these seeds in total. Go ahead and plant those right there, get those going.